Good morning. How's everyone doing today? Yes, we are having an early morning stream today. Okay. So, that's mostly because I have stuff to do at around like 11 or so today, so I thought might as well get an early start today, since I know I was going to be a little bit like unable to do it at my usual time. Already with the TV headbands, let's go. Okay, yay, okay. Alright, so we're going to be doing a little bit more studying this morning. Bird, good to see you. Good to see you, Wyvern. Good to see you. Thank you, Love Pigeon, for that, Bats. Thank you. Okay, so how is the volume for everybody? Is it a good mix? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, so the goal is we will be studying a bit more this morning. In a bit of breaking with my usual tea drinking tradition, we are having some coffee this morning because I actually have to be up early to do a counseling session with one of my fellow students today, so I had to get up and get kind of prepared to do all that. Okay, I'm gonna close some of these freaking windows here. I have way too many open right now. Okay, but we are gonna leave. We are gonna try to organize this here so we can actually see what we're doing. Oh yeah, and I actually need to make sure things are working on the YouTube side this morning, because that's been a little finicky. Okay, yes, it works. Now, if only I could get the kick side to work well, that would be amazing. But no, I think kick is just like, I'm just gonna keep being the troublesome third child that doesn't listen. Anyway, we are back here this morning with some more Spirit City Lofi sessions. For those of you who can see the stream title, you know I'm doing a giveaway for a free copy of the base game in preparation for the DLC called Cozy Kitchens. So I'm really excited to have been invited to participate in the giveaway. So if you're interested at all, go ahead and enter. Like, you don't have to be a VTuber or anything to enter. just letting everybody know, alright? So also, let's see if we can summon another spirit friend, since we're right here in kind of the morning time. Let's see. A few mornings I've been waking up to a curious chirping noise. Okay, let's see if we can summon this one. I think we have some chirping available to us. Yeah, we do. So let's go ahead and turn that on. See what happens here. That's what I like, the ASMR quality to that too. Very relaxing. Did we summon him yet? I don't think so. So we'll leave this going for a while. We might have to do it 3 mornings. 3 mornings in a row. So the smoke detector needs new batteries. Hey, this sounds better than a smoke detector, I'm telling you. I would prefer the sounds of birds over a smoke detector any day. Okay, let's also go to sounds and we can turn off that and probably, well, actually no. We can leave cozy fireplace going. I love this, it's very ASMR-y. I don't mind the bird chirping. Let's see if we can summon the little guy after a while. It'd be cool if we did, anyway. So, I was really surprised that the game company wanted to work with me to hype up their base game in time for the launch of the DLC, which will be on the 26th. So I think it's really cool that they asked me to participate. Cleo, welcome dear. Good morning. Good morning. I'm starting early today. Early today, because I have to actually get ready to do a counseling session with a friend. Practice counseling session, so I thought I would get in a stream beforehand. How are you doing, dear? I hope you are well. So yeah, we're gonna just do a little bit of a stream today. I'm not sure how many people will be up this early, but we'll see. We still have quite a few things on our to-do list. As you can see, we have like a number of things on our list still, which is fine. I have no idea if we'll get to them all this morning, but we shall see. So as always, feel free to get comfortable. Feel free to work on something of your own during this time if you would like to. Alrighty. Everybody get comfy, relax, and enjoy. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions about the giveaway also, and I'll do my best to answer it. I should have some links popping up every once in a while in the Twitch side, where you can get more information if you would like. So to start with, we're actually gonna see if we can finish a chapter that we started yesterday. bit of human achievement interesting. For our purposes, anything that takes years to accomplish is considered an achievement by the person who's a unit. The more of those you have, the better therapist, musician, scientist, artist, firefighter, whatever it is you do, you will be. Good idea. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have a cough drop this month. To kind of moisten up the vocal cords a bit. They're a bit crackly this morning. Okay, I like this. Creativity is simply putting two things together that already exist together in a new way. I think that's a cool statement. Andy, would you stop thinking and just play? He continued. I can see you thinking. Stop thinking and just play. That's true. For me, it's just stop thinking and just write. Stop thinking and just be present in the moment and be a therapist. It's funny. One of my family members used to get after another one of my family members for just sitting down at the piano and just playing. This family member would say, "No, be serious about it if you're gonna sit down to play and practice some music." And I'm like, just let them have fun playing the piano. Not everything has to be a freaking recital. I don't understand people like that. It's like, for God's sake. Like, people like that have forgotten how to have fun, in my opinion. Anyway, that's just kind of my opinion on that. I get a little cranky when people are just so, like, opposed to people just having a good time. Doing what they love. What you love shouldn't be, like, treated like work. It's kind of like in writing. Once you know all the rules of writing, then you can start to break them. Kind of the same thing here. It says once you can do that, meaning follow the rules and do all the things, then see are essential, but only a starting place. True too. So many potentially great therapists remain adequate because they cling to rules as their safety net. It is not a safety net, it is a cage they stay trapped in for years. I agree with that too. I think that's true. Unlike VTubing or anything else, I think, there's value to sticking to what you're good at, but I think if you approach VTubing as like it has to be done a certain way all day, every day, sure, there are certain things you can do to become more famous, but it can be kind of a cage after a while. Okay, it looks like we did unlock somebody. Oh, very cute. Very, very cute. Okay, that's adorable. Alright. Early bird. Very, very cute. Okay, early bird. When the sun rises, so do early birds. With their sun ray-like feathers and positive demeanor, these birds thrive in early hours of the morning. While not seen often by humans, you will likely hear their energetic chirps as soon as the sun rises above the horizon. In my research, I have noticed that some other spirits tend to avoid early bird. Perhaps not all spirits share their enthusiasm for the morning. I find that their upbeat nature and enthusiastic melodies quite invigorating. I haven't needed my morning coffee when it's I don't know about that, but very cute. Okay, so now that we've unlocked that little guy, we can actually go over here and like we did with our puppy friend, we can actually buy different colors if we want. So I'm gonna do that. Since we have a lot of money we need to spend anyway. These are cute. I don't know which color I like best, probably this one, because it reminds me of an actual owl. I like the color scheme on this one though. Kind of dark and edgy. Oh yeah, and does not adhere to therapist or client schedule, that's the same with VTubing or writing or anything else. Creativity and genius follow its own timing. They know how to listen to the client's unconscious. They understand its language. They know that absurdity is not to be ignored. Doing good. Just gonna look and do some cleaning. Thank you, thank you. That sounds like a good idea. Good luck on your cleaning. Good for you. I hope it goes well. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning. Much appreciated. Like Einstein tells us, they know logic will get you from A to B, but imagination will take you everywhere else. Logic should be a part of the journey, never the destination. Good quotes. This line, you set the stage for your client's heroic journey to their true self. You are becoming one of those few therapists who have ears to hear and are listening to that inner voice. Beyond technical abilities, the therapist must possess wisdom. Well, I would hope so. I would hope that therapists are wise, not just intellectual. Once the ability to stop thinking is achieved, and the therapist can just wait, watch, and listen, a profound connection between client and therapist occurs. It is in these moments where the true power of EMDR presents itself. Positive psychology into this. I've actually been learning about that a bit. students to determine if he could identify the underlying psychological process, what drives them to paint even though there is little reward. He discovered that these artists were not interested in a reward or outcome. Creative people are not interested in the outcome, I would say not always. So what was the driving force of the process, if not reward, or the finished product? They do it for the process of creating something they've never accomplished before, whether it's a painting, a sculpture, a poem, or climbing a mountain. I think that's true with VTubing too. For me, I think that's kind of what motivates me to still be here after all these years, is just having the opportunity to create something different and to keep having a creative outlet like nothing else that I could do, so I can relate. Climber said it's nice to get to the top, but really we just wish the climbing would go on forever. The passion for this creative process drives the behavior, not money, not reward, or not even outcome. It is the process of being in flow that drives them. Being consumed by the creative process, where you lose track of time, you do not know your name, and you are not interested in other basal needs. They call this the all-consuming singular task as being in the flow, yes. It is not unusual for an actor to never watch the final cut of their movies. It's not the movie, it's the process of inhabiting the character and playing off the other characters. I don't know. Sometimes I will watch my own streams to improve, but I'm kind of the same way. I'm just kind of here doing my own thing, and if people enjoy it, great. You know, I do like to improve, but I think by being here almost 4 or 5 years, I've already improved quite a bit. See, and this is also some of those mock counseling sessions that I have to do are kind of annoying, because on one level you kind of do have to practice certain skills, so it feels kind of inauthentic in that way, because it's instead of just being fully present, I feel sometimes with those mock counseling sessions I kind of have to be so focused on actually doing the thing that I'm trying to demonstrate I know how to do, that I can't just be with the client. I kind of wish that my professors would just stop looking for certain things and just let counselors be, because I think it just kind of makes things really weird, because they want you to be present and authentic with your mock client, but then they want you to practice specific skills. And some of that seems a little on opposite ends of stuff, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to do both at the same time in a genuinely balanced way, but whatever. I guess that's kind of schoolwork for you. Sounds kind of like the military. I guess so, yeah. It's kind of I will say that being in my master's program has kind of felt like boot camp. was creating the mythic space. Number 1, you must be monotasking, solely focused on one task without distraction. 2, there must be a clearly defined goal that means something to you. It must be meaningful for you to get into that state of flow. 3, it has to be at the edge of your ability. It must be doable and not be overwhelmingly beyond your skill. Neither can it be so easy that there is no challenge. Fair enough. Flow cannot exist with interruption. These 3 requirements create an environment for the person to get into flow. Flow is fragile, so distractions can end or even prevent flow. Very true. That's very true when I'm streaming or writing something. That's why I don't really appreciate it sometimes when people come in here and they just say and do distracting stuff just to be distracting. Wyvern, good morning. Good morning. How are you? Good to see you. We've just been doing a bit more studying today. And I basically decided to start stream a little early just because I do have to go meet up with a fellow student of mine. So I just thought, hey, well, I got some time this morning. Might as well do one early. The stream is good so far. We've just been doing some reading and chatting and stuff. It's been good so far. How's your morning? I hope you're doing well. Welcome in, dear. Welcome in, cooked biscuit. How are you this morning? Welcome to the brood. I am now your vampire mom and tiefling queen. How are you this morning? Hope you are doing well. We are just having some early morning study time, and I'm actually showcasing a game that I'm doing a giveaway for in preparation for some DLC on the 26th. I'm doing pretty well this morning, thank you. Thank you for asking, and thank you for being here with us today. So, please feel free to use this time to catch up on rest, catch up on reading, gaming, a project, whatever you like. This is just kind of a free relaxation time for everybody here to just do some things that they'd like to do while I'm studying and doing some stuff for my classes, but welcome in. I like this. The cliche that creativity is 90% perspiration and 10% inspiration is true. The 90% happens in flow without being says the original meanings of genius included the entirety of traits united in a begotten being, that which is just born. Genius, therefore, is the entirety of traits and talents already existing in the soul of each person born. We are born with it. I tend to agree. I think most human beings are born with their unique genius, their unique magic, as I might call it, and they spend a good portion of their life discovering or rediscovering what that magic is. It is something deeply ingrained, markedly original, and ultimately transcendent. Though widely accepted in traditional cultures, the idea that genius is an original spirit residing in each soul causes problems in modern society. I would say Western society specifically, because a lot of Eastern societies, even modern ones, still kind of recognize that original definition of genius based on objectivity, rationality, and scientific methods. Yeah, I would definitely specify Western society in particular. When you discover your purpose, you will be able to look back and say, it all makes sense. I can see that I enjoyed this as a kid. That course I took opened my eyes to this new view, or that book impacted me more than I thought. You will not know it at the time, but when you look back on those years, you will see slender threads. You will know and realize that your talents were always there, pretty much. I could probably get on a whole, talk about that, and I probably will at some point. I should probably keep it over on that window, huh? Yeah, I probably should. I guess that's the one chat that doesn't get sent to me automatically, which is weird. I'm like, what? Why? In terms of myth, Michael Mead again gives a working definition of myth. Myth means the emergent truth, the truth trying to emerge from just under the skin of so-called reality. Genius points to something deeply ingrained, markedly original, and ultimately transcendent in our human nature. Through contact with myth, we become more imaginative and find subtle, symbolic ground hidden in our lives. Who we are at our deepest core self, we are each geniuses, born and mythic by nature, and genius is the mythic imprint within each one of us. In other words, we are born with talent, our own unique genius. The challenge for most of us is to find out what this uniqueness is and how to access and use it. Mead's optimistic view is that we are all wondrous in our own way. I would believe that, but I think what happens to some people who are not necessarily good people is I think their original passions and stuff become twisted or are not able to come into being in the way that they should have. That's just my personal theory. That's my personal belief on it. And again, I might do a stream talking about just always appreciated by others, we often rejected the hero's refusal of the call. Authenticity does not create a warm and fuzzy feeling all over. Crucifixion is required. That's true too. No one comes to this voluntarily. Death of the old way must occur, and all death is painful, but only through this psychological death that the hero's journey to the Holy Grail can begin. So basically, in other words, we all have a life that we live at times that's not our authentic life. And so when we start a process of deciding that we're going to live more authentically, or let's say more in alignment with the life we would like to live, or more in alignment with the person we would like to be, we start undergoing a process of some part of that old self or that old life needing to die away so that we are free to embrace a new self or a deeper version of ourselves, actually. And honestly, that's what I feel like I've done with my VTuber career over the last 4 years. In a way, I feel like that instead of like dying and rebranding into something else or becoming something totally different, I feel like in a way I've embraced the process of evolution, of evolving myself into a deeper, more mature, more aware, more authentic version of myself than when I started. And this is not to say that I haven't been authentic. I've been pretty authentic the whole time. But just like how people grow and change and learn more about what they want and who they are over time, I feel like that I've done that in VTubing. Maybe not always successfully, but I think since I've made it this far, and I've been fortunate enough to start regrowing my community, I think there must be some truth to that somewhere. There are many models of the hero's journey. Some have 12 steps, some have 14. Our EMDR transformational path is a 6-stage process that coincides with Joseph Campbell's 12-step journey of the hero. Okay, so it's a short form or shorter form process. The process moves through the 6 transformational stages, and the 12-step journey of the hero lives within these 6 stages. Myths are not stories. They are truths and innately hardwired into the human psyche. What do I mean by hardwired? Have you ever read a story or watched a movie and hoped the villain would win? Do you wish Mr. Potter won and George Bailey lost in It's a Wonderful Life? Did you hope Vader would just kill Skywalker? Of course not. We are hardwired to root for the protagonist. I mean, I gotta say, there are some times when the villain is done well, you do root for the villain. Like, for example, Dracula and Frankenstein. Those are two stories where I actually root more for the quote-unquote villain than I do the hero. Thanos did have an actual reason. Yeah, he did. You could argue whether like his logic was flawed or not, but he did have his own reasoning. And to me, that's what makes a good and relatable villain, is that their logic it makes sense, it has reasoning, and it's not just simple, it's not just, oh, I'm going to take over the world. There's a reason why. So I Do I think that one person should be in charge of deciding who lives and who dies, like on an entire planetary level? No. Like, I can understand his reasoning, but also, bro, I don't think it's up to you and your ball chins to decide the fate of half of humanity. Which is why I think the ending for Thanos was so perfect. He was basically ended by his own logic and had to accept it. The journey starts by recognizing and understanding the devastating effect that old patterns have on our life. This is true. This is usually why people stuck in old patterns keep having parts of their life deteriorating and getting more and more difficult until they decide to start changing things in said life. It was hard to understand until Eternals came out, and then oh no. Well, see, that would be kind of frustrating, I would think. That would be kind of like, so it makes sense by reading something, but then no one bothered to read it. That would be, as an author type, that would be kind of frustrating. Interesting. C.S. Lewis tells us that tyrants are all so alike and that the saints are incredibly unique and different. Each saint, or aka good character, has access to their inner creativity, while each tyrant, quote, villain, is stuck in what they have come to know ages ago and learned nothing new. And I would add to that they've also been told, unlike the heroes, that they are not able to pursue their joy, able to pursue their gift. And so I believe that twists a person into a villain, into a tyrant. That's my theory, and that's a theory for another time. No one dares tell the tyrant they are wrong. If you question the poisonous king's power, execution will likely follow. Therefore, no creativity, no imagination, innovation, or beauty can exist there. Sounds a lot like what a lot of people are going through in the world right now, in particular parts of the world, which is unfortunate, and that's putting it lightly. We experience this personally when we get stuck in our old way of thinking and resist new ideas. Wow, that's a pretty interesting example that this book brought up. I'm not gonna read it because it's a little bit politically charged in the book here, but it's an interesting comparison. It actually brought up Putin and Zelensky, and this book was from a couple years ago, I believe. person only wants to hear from the proverbial yes men. Psychology is no different. Greed, under the motto of managed care, takes money and provides little care as possible. Oof. Relatable. Insurance companies tell doctors and therapists what to do, when to do it, and for how long you can do it, and how much you will earn. Their oppressive system causes the most skilled and talented therapists not to accept that bargain. People who are insured get poor quality care. The poisonous king sells guns while kids are slaughtered in school and tells the masses lies, like more guns will make us safe all on the surface of money and power. Brutal. There are thousands of examples like this one, even in our field of psychology. Beware of the power of the poisonous king, who seeks power and influence while resisting creative ideas. Oh my gosh. Wow, I'm not surprised that they did that in a particular journal. Made the researcher change their data to reflect the needs of the journal, not the actual study. Oof. That's pretty sad, but it's kind of true. Even in the field of counseling, we're still dealing with a lot of patriarchal, neurotypical, Eurocentric beliefs about stuff. I think that's kind of changing more and more as time goes on, but we're still kind of dealing with some of the impacts of that. Okay, let's put ourselves in a different spot, kind of change it up a little bit. Let's go over to the fireplace. That way we have a little more, something to do. Oh yeah, I should have started my timer a long time ago. I did not. Okay, let's go ahead and start one. Renfield, good morning. Good morning, good morning. We've been kind of studying for about an hour now. Good morning, how are you doing? It's really good to see you. Just kind of trying to experiment with a little bit of different times for things. Let's see if I have more successful times for doing this and just kind of mixing it up a little bit. Doing fine so far, I think. Good. flaming hot today. Okay, let me fix my windows here. I think I got them kind of misarranged. Oh yeah, and hide our UI here. Okay, where were we? Okay, so it was a bit of a poem. I can reread it so you get to hear. Let's see, let me go back a bit. Okay, let's read that again. This is from Charles Book Whiskey, the American poet, who warns, there's enough treachery, hatred, violence, absurdity in the average human being to supply any given army on any given day. And the best at murder are those who preach against it, and the best at hate are those who preach love. I would add, the best at lying are those who preach the truth, the best at betrayal are those who preach loyalty, the best at abuse are those who preach against it. I would say that's kind of true of a lot of my experiences in the VTuber community. A lot of people who wanted to talk to me about loyalty and fairness and kindness were not actually that kind, because you do those things by action, not by word. Within each of us is both the poisonous and sacred king. One might think of uncreative aspect of the old self, represented by our original negative cognition, I don't matter, or I'm not good enough. These cognitions are the domain of the poisonous king, ready to strip the creative potential away from each of us. C.S. Lewis's Land of the White Witch, where it is always winter but never Christmas. These negative cognitions take hold early in life, sometimes at birth. Ironically, these negative cognitions helped us to survive as kids, but eventually failed us as an adult. An adult without change is under the reign of the poisonous king. You do not have to look very far to see such people. Each of us has the choice to follow the unchanging nature of our poisonous king. I would say poisonous ruler to make it more gender neutral, and or to adapt to enter the world of the sacred ruler toward our true authentic journey. C.S. Lewis's quote about the most childish thing you can do is trying to act like an adult. I think that's pretty accurate. Ironically, the first stage of our hero's journey starts with the avoidance, the refusal of the call. There's always resistance to breaking away from the kingdom we know. This is how heroic journeys begin. Francine Shapiro and C.G. Young were aware process of change. And that's pretty true. A lot of our clients will probably come into therapy with some degree of resistance to the process of change, even if they know they need and want to change. Our clients will invariably struggle with some aspect of getting on the journey in the first place, but therapy and like deciding you want to explore that is always a good first step. That was a great chapter. We got to the end. That was really cool. So now... Wait. Did I cross off the right one? Hold on. Hold on. Wait. Okay, no. I needed to do the other one. Hold on. We didn't finish that one. We finished that one. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's see where we are. Where we are next here. I'm also gonna change the music up a little bit here. Which is another feature I really like about this game, that you can basically decide when you want to change things up. And that the music is actually pretty stream safe. That's one of the things I really appreciate about this game is, as you can see, they have a lot of different albums to choose from. So you can always change it up when you want to, and you don't have to worry about them getting blocked on stream or something weird happening, which I really appreciate, because there are some games and some music things that are just like, come on, really? I still got flagged for this. So it's really nice that they built in music. Oh, I love this quote. I have not had an easy life. I started out writing to save my life. That's kind of actually what got me into D&D and TTRPGs. So the next book that I'm reading is The Story You Still Need to Tell. And it's basically about using the process of writing to heal parts of your life after particularly tragic changes in your life, or things happening that you weren't expecting to happen, like diagnoses and accidents with yourself or others, that kind of thing. So I like that this book has some writing exercises. Maybe one day on stream we might go over some of those writing exercises and see if we want to all do it as a writing workshop thing. On screen right now, called Spirit City Lofi Sessions. It's a great productivity tool in my opinion, and no, I'm not just saying that because I'm hosting a giveaway. I've actually been using this game for a couple of months to help make my college work a little more bearable, so I legitimately think it's a really nice tool to have, especially like me when you have long hours of reading and other stuff you gotta do. That's okay, Renfield. Get ready for your day. Have a good one. I'll see you around next time. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for spending a bit of your morning here with me. I really appreciate it. Oh, I like this quote. Writing is a beautiful way to let all your pain out, he said. You put your story out there, and when you do, you release it. It's no longer buried and stuck inside. get stuck in a loop repeating a broken story over and over sometimes. Remember the story of Hamlet? He was stuck in a loop with his own nightmare over and over. Hamlet replayed the story of his father's death, but mainly the young prince ruminated without coming to any resolution. If the story becomes stuck in our minds and continues to play out, it can become harmful, even dangerous, as it proved to be for Hamlet, yes. But our writing can lead us out of the hole where we are stuck with the right prompts. We can find our way by making sense of the chaos unfolding within us. Words can ground us by helping us reach an understanding of what is happening, and when we can rewrite the events we must live with. While we cannot change what happened, we can revise our interpretation of a painful experience and allow it to fit in to the framework of who we are, or I would add, the framework of who we are becoming. And that, to me, I think is like one of the best parts of writing, that you do get to have some control over some parts of your story and say, well, I'd like to view myself as a survivor now, or, as the hero instead of like the victim or the person that these things happen to. Welcome in, dear. Good to see you. I am now your tiefling queen and vampire mom. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the brood. We are just doing some cozy early morning studying today. And I'm actually doing a giveaway for the game on screen, which is Spirit City Lofi Sessions. So, if you're interested in learning about that at all, there should be links up in the chat or coming shortly. I will tell you a bit more about that if you're interested. But please feel free to stick around and just have a nice, chill, relaxing time while I do a little bit of schoolwork early this morning. And you can feel free to use this space as a place to catch up on rest, a place to read a book if you want, work on a project, whatever floats your boat. We're just here to relax and vibe, relax and chill. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Blur, welcome in, dear. I am now your studying and reading a bit for class. Oh no, I'm starting to get hungry. I hope no one heard my stomach growling just now. I actually tried to eat a little something before stream, but apparently, no. I'm getting hungry again. Great. So, depending on how long it takes me to get through this particular chapter, depending on what time it is when I finish, I think we might go until almost 10 o'clock, which is 40 more minutes from now, and then I'll probably have to stop stream, so I have time to get some breakfast before I have to meet up with fellow student of mine for some classwork. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We are just doing some early morning study today. Welcome in, Lau. Good to see you, dear. Good to see you, good to see you. We're just doing some early morning studying. How are you? I hope you are well. So we're gonna just be having some vibe and chill time. Since I am doing some reading for class, there's not gonna be as much talking as there would be usually, but I'm also doing a giveaway for the game on screen as part of preparation for the launch of some really cool new DLC. Buenos dias. Welcome, General. Welcome. Yeah, I know I started really freaking early today. Trust me, there's a reason. It's actually because I have to meet up with a fellow student of mine for a little bit of a mock counseling session at 11, so I decided I would stream a little bit early today just to see health problem after a while. Oh wow, that's really cool. Across the first worst studies, researchers were able to track visits to the doctor due to illness before and after the writing exercises. Students in the expressive writing groups made 43% fewer, 43% fewer visits to a physician for illness, as opposed to the control group who wrote about insignificant topics. Apparently, by writing about emotionally difficult experiences, students visited the campus health center at half the normal rate. Well, yeah, because they're not internalizing that crap. Literally. Expressive writing bestowed an array of psychological benefits as well. While writers might feel sad immediately after writing, if they have time to reflect, their emotional state would shift. People who engage in expressive writing report feeling happier and less negative than before writing. I think this is why I subconsciously used writing a lot as a kid, as my therapist on the page, basically. So, anyway, I think that's pretty cool. General anxiety and depressive symptoms. I think that's really cool. Shh, stomach, Jesus. Did you all hear that? Did you all hear my stomach go growl? Holy guacamole. I think I'm gonna need to get myself some food here pretty soon. That was a vicious stomach growl just now. Oh, cool. Now we get to the writing prompts section. I think I might choose one of these and we might do a little bit of a writing workshop around it, if you guys want. Some of these are pretty good. I might select one or more of these to write or workshop with you little monsters. I think that'd be fun. Okay. We're just entered part 2 of this book. Very nice. Alright. Very, very nice. So now what we get to do here is we get to go like that and cross that off. And we... Oh man, so cute. That's so cute, guys. Look. We got a teapot friend. Yes. And once again, I'm out of ASMR mode. That is so cute. Kettle brew. That is so adorable. Okay, guys. We gotta read this entry. We gotta read it. Go to Spirit Decks. Kettle brews have no bodies of their own. Instead, these non-corporeal spirits are known to possess teapots. It appears that not just any teapot will do either. It must be one that is beloved by its owner. Upon being possessed by a kettle brew, The teapot will then from then on be steeped with an endless supply of delicious tea. Many are curious where the tea Many are curious where the tea comes from, what it's made of. Myself, I prefer not to think too hard about it. Very cool. Okay, we're gonna have to summon this buddy now for a while. Okay, let's go over here. Let's go over to wardrobe, spirit companion. Let's check out all the different colors. I think I'm gonna stick with this, like, typical one. But let's just get them all, because we can. Oh, here. I should probably turn down the gain just a little bit if I'm gonna be speaking it. Radio volume. Okay, that one's colorful. But I don't think that's gonna be my most favorite one. Okay, we're gonna have to bring this out for holidays. Wait, do I not have enough? No, I don't have enough to buy that one yet. Almost. I have almost enough to get that one. Almost enough. Let's see here. Oops. Okay, okay, wait. Hide the UI for a minute. Okay. I guess maybe this still sort of counts as ASMR. We're sort of still talking gently, right, little monsters? I don't know, maybe. People might come in and be like, hey, this is not ASMR. You're not whispering enough. Oh well. It's fine. They can have their issues about what is or is not ASMR. I think this still counts, right? I got my sexy radio host voice on. Welcome in to Tea and Tales. I'm your host, Tiffy Weefy, and today we are going to be studying more and more stuff. Yay! Alright, anyways. Let's figure out what chapter I'm supposed to read next. And what book is that for? Oh, I think it's... Oh, okay. It's for the written exposure therapy thing. It's for wet. That's what it's for. Okay, hold on. Okay, can I... wait. I guess maybe... Like, I don't think I can... No. Okay. I can't edit the entry. I would have to, like, redo it. So I'm not gonna bother to redo it. We're gonna know it's chapter 4. Because I'm not redoing that. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Okay. That's my choice. Alright, Okay, so it is 9:30 for me where I am. So I have about maybe a half hour left. Before I probably need to go get some food and get some nourishment. So, I don't know. We'll see if we can get through this this last little part. Before I have to go do that, we'll see. Hopefully this chapter won't be like really long and obnoxious. I hope not, because we've had a couple of very long-winded chapters before. So, okay. Also, how is the volume level for everything? Do you need me to turn anything down? Turn anything up? Let me know. Well, that makes sense. It says, your goal is not just to provide information, but to create a sense of certainty around the process. This involves explaining that the work you are doing together is not a quick fix. It's a step-by-step process that will take time, patience, and a willingness to confront difficult emotions. Be honest about the challenges that may arise during the course of therapy, but also emphasize the potential for healing and growth, and that they will get out of it what they put in for participation. That part is particularly important, because if people just kind of don't put a lot of time into participating with something like written therapy, they're probably not going to get as much out of it, but a little bit of resistance is expected also. By managing expectations early on, you allow the client to approach the process with more grounded understanding of what to expect, reducing anxiety and uncertainty. You'll also want to ensure that you set clear boundaries at the outset. Yep, you should be doing that anyway. You should be saying, okay, here's what we are going to do as part of this work, and here's what might be beyond what we're trying to do here. Yeah, so you kind of should be doing that as a therapist anyway. But yeah, I guess they kind of have to bring it up here just in case. Just in case you need a refresher about, like, what you should be doing. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I want a different tea buddy. Hold on. Also, we leveled up, so we get more tokens. Hold on. Let me handle something really quickly here. I want a different tea buddy. So I'm going to do that. Can we buy this one yet? Okay, yeah, we have enough. Just barely. But we're gonna go with the original Teapot Friends, because I like it a lot better. I don't really like all the rainbows. Welcome in. We're just doing some studying today, so feel free to get comfortable and chill and vibe, do whatever you like. We're just having some study time right now. I'm just trying to get some reading done for classes, actually. I hope you're having a good day. To Lost for Bite. Welcome in. Alright, where were we? Where were we before I got ADHD distracted by my teapot companion? Okay, here's where we were. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta get over on the right screen here. Otherwise I'm gonna be missing things. Alright. This may include setting limits on communication outside of sessions, ensuring confidentiality, and explaining the ethical guidelines that govern your work. I think for me specifically, in VTubing and in my upcoming counseling career, I think having like boundaries around communication outside of work or outside of stream time is like a big thing for me that I'm still learning how to do. Because I used to have like a really open door policy with everybody, and I still kind of do, but I realized that I was spending so much time helping other people off stream that I actually did not have the energy to like stream more, because I was actually using all my energy helping people off stream. And so like over the last couple of years I've tried to kind of cut back on that and be like, okay, like I genuinely like helping people, and I genuinely I swear I can talk. I genuinely like helping people. If I didn't, I wouldn't want to become a counselor. But I do have to have limits. Otherwise, I'm just always going to be available, and that's not healthy. And I'm going to end up spending a lot more energy, and that's going to keep me away from streaming and being available for more people. So I have decided that if I want to help or comfort people, I should really try to do that more on stream time, where I can hopefully reach more people, and not just have this constant one-on-one thing that when it's out of balance, for me, it's not good, right? So this is not me saying like, oh, don't personal message me, whatever. You certainly can, but it's just more for me to be like, okay, I need to be careful not to overextend myself to the point where I don't have energy, like to do streaming or to do things to be more available more of the time. Anyway, I don't know why I got on a rant about that just now. Anyways, the point is, I'm gonna try to finish up some of this book here, because I only have about 15 minutes before I'm planning to sign off, because I gotta eat some food. I gotta do some things before getting together with my classmates. So yeah, anyway, this chapter is pretty much probably going to be a review, though, so there's probably not going to be much, but I'm going to be like, oh, wow, that's new, guys. Of course, you shouldn't pressure them to talk about their trauma right away. Like, the point is, like any other relationship, the client literally has to warm up to you. They have to learn whether they can trust you or not. This is not the kind of thing you just want to rush into, you know? Exactly. The goal is to create an environment where they feel that their story matters and that they have control over how much they share and when they choose to share it. Writing is often a more accessible way for people to begin processing their trauma because it allows them to control the pace and the depth of their exploration. However, it is essential to approach this task gently, of course, because it's a very intimate personal experience. You want to just be very careful, because people are going to be coming into counseling or any kind of thing like that with maybe a lot of things going on. So you need to just be aware that they might have some very raw and very fragile stuff going on. Yes, building their trust and the therapy process as a whole. That's a really good idea to start with that. Throughout the first session, you'll want to also maintain a sense of flexibility. Each client is unique, no duh, and their needs and readiness for certain aspects of therapy will vary. Correct. Some clients may be eager to begin writing, while others may need more time to warm up to the idea. Some clients may find writing easier than speaking, while others may need more time to adjust to the written format of therapy. And also, you should probably be sure whether, the writing part of therapy is, something they resonate with before just, slamming it down on them. So the other thing is, before you start any therapeutic process, you want to basically evaluate your client and their willingness to see if they're going to be into that way of doing things or not. It's not really going to be helpful if you have a client who's not really into the writing, right? Or doesn't really want to use that as a framework. So I'm going to add to that you should also evaluate the appropriateness or the willingness of your client to do the writing as part of that therapeutic process. But the book kind of assumes yes, you've found the client that wants to work therapeutically this way. But that's really important. To evaluate each person and say what's your comfort level, what's your interest level, all that good stuff, all very good stuff to do. You should already be doing that as a therapist. Yes, courage is a good thing to let clients know they have, because a lot of this writing in therapy or out of therapy, it takes a lot of courage to do. And sometimes clients need a reminder, hey, you're courageous and brave for even wanting to engage in part of this process. Well done. The emphasis should always be on creating a sense of control for the client over the process, and that is because trauma often takes away people's sense of control, as in the traumatic experience or event or events was not something that the client had control over. It's not like they chose to experience that. So it's very important in the therapeutic process, any therapeutic process really, that the client get the idea of, oh, I'm in control of how fast or slow this goes. That's very important for non-trauma clients as well, because they're not going to invest in their own process, right? If they don't feel like they have control over it. If they feel like you're just foisting something on them as the therapist, they're just going to be like, excuse you, this sounds like more stuff that you want to do. This doesn't sound like I have any control over it in that way. I'm sorry, I got a bit of a soapbox there. We're gonna try to focus on reading a bit more, because I am kind of getting to the last 10, maybe 15 minutes before I should probably skedaddle and get myself some breakfast and then prepare to be with my fellow classmates. I might actually be on later. I don't know when it would be if I went on later. I don't know. I'll have to see. I'm not gonna make any specific promise for that yet. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay. The goal is to make the client feel informed, empowered, and ready to engage in the process ahead. The thing you must first recognize is that the process of writing as a therapeutic tool might be entirely new for some clients, which is why you'll want to evaluate them for readiness and interest in doing this. Some clients are not going to enjoy writing. They might want to do something else, so you always want to keep that in mind. Okay, so you want to emphasize its accessibility and its manageableness while also emphasizing its purpose and the benefit it offers. Okay, clearly, everybody needs to know, okay, is this going to benefit me if I participate in it? But again, that's why you gotta kind of measure what some people might call client buy-in, or quote, client investment in said process, right? That's kind of why you want to do that before kind of starting this process with clients, because if they're not into it, there's no point in going any further. It's kind of like other intimate relationships in your life, in a way. If someone's not into something, it's best just to not, pursue it until you kind of figure out, okay, are they just not into it right now, or are they interested in other things? That's also kind of your job as the therapist, is to kind of decide where do I need to be looking more. Is there something that my client might like better? Okay, emphasize that you are not introducing a random technique, but rather a well-researched and proven approach that has a strong foundation in therapeutic process. AKA, don't make them think that you're just like a quack coming up with this, basically, is what that said, without saying it. Anyways, I mean, but it's true. I mean, you want to let your clients know, no, I'm not just pulling this out of a pocket dimension that's never been tested before. You do want to let clients know, hey, I am trying to use something that has been proven to have benefits. Okay, let's see here. Let me see how much I actually have left in this chapter. Oh boy. Okay. So I think it's safe to say we're not going to, we are not gonna get to the end of this chapter by the time I need to end stream. So actually what I think is I think we're gonna go ahead and end stream here. Andy! Good morning! Good morning! My day has been fine so far. Thank you. I was just about to end stream because I gotta go get some breakfast and stuff. So sorry you're coming in right at the end, Andy. But yeah, it's been good so far. Unfortunately, I gotta get going. Get me some breakfast before I gotta do like school stuff. But okay, but I might stream later today. I haven't decided when that might be. It kind of depends on when I get done with everything else. If I do decide to stream later, I don't know. It might be like after dinner, maybe like 5 or 6. Nexus, my dude. Good morning. We're just about to sign off for the morning. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, so I might stream later today. Are you just in? Yes. Yes, I'm sorry. I am going to be ending. I'm so sorry, guys. It just ended up working out that way. I would stream longer, but I have like a date with Destiny at like 11. And I gotta eat some breakfast before then. So yeah, I kind of have to like stop stream. But I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. You guys are like, but I just showed up. Damn it. Okay, I think what that means is next time. Hi, Collie. Hi, Collie. I'm just about to sign off for the morning. I think what that means is like next time I'll just start at 10 o'clock. Not at 7. Because I don't think anyone's expecting me to be on at freaking 7 o'clock in the morning. So I think next time we'll just start later. So that you all can be here. I think most of my audience is like, what in the 9 hells, Stevie? Why are you starting at 7 a.m.? Why are you doing that? Anyways, alright. Alright, my little monsters. I'm so sorry, but I have to get off. I have to get some breakfast and get ready for school work stuff, things. Alright. So, Collie, since you're here, do you want to help with a raid message, please? Then I gotta go pick somebody to raid. Raid. My friend Cleo is on right now doing some Warhammer. Do you want to go watch some Warhammer and go support my friend? Go support my femboy sheeptuber buddy. Oh my lord. I have to fix that raid message. Collie, don't let me forget, please. I need to fix that raid message. I need to put new emotes in it. Because it's going to be, like, messed up. Because I don't have those emotes on anymore, so I need to make a new one. Don't let me forget, Collie, please. I said I was going to do it yesterday. Completely forgot. And it's still not done for today. Okay, anyways. Alright, my little monsters. I think we're going to go right into my friend Cleo. Because I think he could really use the monster hugs and mama's support. Okay? Alright, everybody. I will see you all later. Maybe later tonight. I don't know yet. I'll have to see what happens. I love you all very much. Take care of yourselves. Be gentle. Be kind. Take your medication as prescribed. Make sure to stay hydrated and well fed and relaxed. Okay? Alright, my little monsters. I'll see you all next time. Bye. Oh, yeah. And for a raid message, let's just do Comfy Queen raid or something, okay? Let's just do something like that. Alright, my little monsters. See you next time. Bye.